Episode of the AAU Overtime Podcast. Jordan DeLuciano, as always, and joining me now, two forwards from Florida Atlantic University, the Owls, Matias Weir and Caleb Owens. Boys, thanks for joining the podcast.
Thanks for having
me on.
No problem, guys. So, Matias, I had you on a couple years ago. Actually, my first year, one of my first episodes, I had you on. So I'll kick things off first with Caleb. Caleb, freshman here at FAU. Before we get into the team and the recent tournament at the Battle of Beach, talk about a little bit of your upbringing in hockey. Where did you play beforehand? Where are you from?
All right. I'm from Fort Myers, so the other coast here locally in Florida still, though. Getting into hockey was actually the East Coast team, the Everblades. My dad, my mom, they just brought me to some games. So I tended to lean towards hockey more than any other sport for a little bit, though. I took a break, just personal reasons, family reasons. I took a break, but I came back to it because I was always talking about it, apparently, and I loved the game. So,
was there just the games? Did you grow up watching it at all, or were you first brought to the game and realized, oh, kind of like this?
I mean, I was skating when I was in diapers, but yeah, I was going to the East Coast games. I didn't know anything about the NHL, obviously, but I love the goal horn, I guess, as like a 2-year-old. So,
did anyone in your family play hockey growing up? Any of your parents? I think we lost Caleb briefly. He's got a little spotty connection. Oh, there he goes. He's back. Caleb, you good?
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, a little bit in and out with the connection. So I'll ask it again. Anybody in your family growing up play hockey that led you so quickly to pick up the game? Or did your dad play? Any siblings? We're losing Caleb for a little bit, so we'll wait for him to fix up his Wi-Fi. Great start here. So, Matias, I'll go back to you while we wait for a Caleb service to go back in order. All right. So, Matias, refresher from a couple of years ago, your background, Argentinian, right?
Yeah.
And did you wind up playing down there, or was it until you moved?
No, so I was born there, and then I moved to New Jersey when I was 4. And then in the summer of 7th grade going into 8th grade, I moved to Chicago, and that's where I started playing. So my buddy had the first kid I met down there lived down the street from me, had a backyard ice rink, and I went out there with a stick and a ball, and then I started playing rec hockey, and it just all went from there. So I think I was 13 when I first started playing. So it started really late, but
because soccer is so prevalent down there, was soccer a first sport? Did you even touch soccer at all? Was that a sport that you went into first? Then, like you said, at 13, you went into hockey?
Yeah, so I played soccer since I was in diapers, and I got to high school, and then I don't know. I just kind of started to like hockey more, and kind of switched it up, and then I got more serious into hockey, so I stopped playing soccer, and I was a lot better at soccer than I was at hockey, but I don't know. I just fell in love with hockey and wanted to stick with it.
Do you feel like it's something very important in hockey and a lot very more important in soccer is footwork? Did you feel like that footwork advantage that you learned throughout soccer helped translate to your abilities in hockey?
Yeah, it definitely helps me. I mean, catching passes off my feet is a lot easier, I feel like. And Dave Israel would have loved to hear that question. He would have had a lot to say about me using my feet.
Why is that?
Just because I'm Hispanic, he says it every day. It's just something that he likes to joke about. But we actually skated today, and he made a joke about that, so that's funny. But yeah, I feel like it's easier for me to catch passes and kind of make plays with my feet. So yeah, I think it helps.
So I'll go back to Caleb before when we had a little spotty connection. So I'll ask you again. Hopefully we can get this one through. When you were growing up, like you said, just like Matias just said, he's been playing soccer when he was in diapers, similar to you in hockey. Did anyone in your family play hockey growing up? Did you any cousins, brother, sister, your dad at all? There we go.
Nobody in my family played hockey. I wish they did, though. I mean, I saw some guys get a couple free tickets here and there just because they had guys in their family that played hockey. You know, it's all about who you know sometimes, and I didn't have that, but I wouldn't change a thing. You know, I am who I am today just because of what happened to me in the past. And my dad was more in.
We're struggling with Caleb today. We are struggling with Caleb, but you know, you went a little in and out there, but we got the gist of it, Caleb. Right up. Are you in your dorm right now? Like, are you in a dorm right now? Or are you? I see a fan.
I'm in my apartment. My roommate must be playing like some sort of video game upstairs or something. I don't know what's going on with the Wi-Fi.
Well, the new Fortnite just came out, so maybe he's ripping that.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, the new NHL's out, even though that game's a catastrophe. I don't know if you guys play that game. It's just
that game never changes. So
no, it doesn't change. It's the same game every year, and it's just so frustrating. But yeah, we buy it all the time.
I know Weir bought it. Weir had to have bought it. You didn't?
I did not. No way.
Why? Oh, wait, never mind. Bedard was in the juniors. He was in the roster.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I just don't have time for video games. I do miss it though.
I went on a long strip of buying all of them, but then year by year I get them, but I've been playing it every year significantly less because it's just like Caleb said, it's just the same game, and it just can't do it anymore. I can't have that stress on my life anymore because it bothers.
It's the same. It's the same stuff with that game every year. It's the same annoying little things that are bad with the game, but it's all right. When Bedard comes on the cover, I'll buy it.
Yeah, because Bedard started off the game. He wasn't even on the rosters. He wasn't on the Blackhawks as he was still in juniors technically. So you had to wait till like week 3 of the season right now. But I guess you're a Blackhawks fan. You got the Patrick Kane jersey behind you, Matias, and I guess Bedard's going to be next.
Obviously, because I stopped or started playing there. So the kid that I met, his dad works for the Hawks. So I would go in the locker room. So actually, when they won in 2010, he was at my house, and the doorbell rang. And I woke up and his dad's just standing outside with the Stanley Cup, and it was pretty crazy. So 2013 was the same thing, and then they got me that for my birthday, signed Kane jersey or like shirt.
Yeah.
He was my favorite player and still is. And yeah, it was pretty cool experience. Got to meet all of them. I think it was a 2010 team I met. Yeah, it was a 2010 team I met. And then after that year, going to locker room was just more difficult because they either were losing or they had to leave right away, so they didn't like really allow people to go in there. But it was pretty cool.
What do you think he's going to sign now? Because like it's right around that time where they said he's healthy now after surgery, and he might
apparently in 32 Thoughts podcast they were talking about how Bill Zito's like going after him the hardest right now. But I wouldn't mind seeing him in Detroit.
Bill Zito, what GM's he would for?
Panthers.
The Panthers.
I mean, him coming to the Panthers would be pretty cool, just because I can go to the games. I have a buddy who has season tickets. Like his seats are insane. So going to the games would be awesome to see Kane. I'd go a lot more. But selfishly for fantasy, I'm a big fantasy guy. I have DeBrincat, and I'd love to see them back together.
Oh, in Detroit?
Yeah.
But how's fantasy? My team's struggling this year. How's your team?
So I'm in like a pretty serious league. We have a keepers league. So I took over a team a couple years ago. I was in last place, and now I'm doing pretty well. So pretty happy with that. Yeah,
my team's 2-3, which had a tough loss. We had a tough loss yesterday. Yeah, my goalies are putrid. I picked terrible goalies. I picked Markstrom, who has 1 win, and Stuart Skinner in the draft. Who's on?
I have Skinner too.
I dropped him.
But hey, they were projected to win the cup, the Oilers. So like, they'll wake up. I feel like they'll wake up.
Yeah, they just fired their coach, and game 1 after firing their coach tonight, they're going to play the Islanders. So we can't win a game.
Yeah,
I'm going to be an Islander fan, and we're going to now probably every time a team plays with their coach for the first game, it's always a win for that team.
Yeah, I put some money down on that.
It's a wise move that Edmonton wins.
100%. And they're home.
And they're home. Islanders can't keep the puck out of their own net as of late. It's just they're struggling. Yeah,
I just need Horvat.
And McDavid and Draisaitl have been struggling. They've got to pick it up at some point. A new coach is going to spark.
It's the first time McDavid's it's the first time he's under a point per game since like his rookie season in like November that year. He'll wake up though. He's amazing. So
it's bad standards for them though. Like he's like maybe 1 under a point a game, but it's like not McDavid.
Yeah, he has 10 points in 11 games.
Oh yeah, like God forbid the guy.
Exactly.
Exactly.
He'll be fine.
Yeah. Caleb, what side of the aisle do you lay on in terms of what team? I got the Islanders. Matias is, I guess, wherever Patrick Kane goes.
I'm a Tampa fan.
Tampa. Oh, you guys ruined my life for 2 years in a row then.
Yeah.
Tampa.
Yeah.
It's brutal. Did you go to any games, any of the playoff games against the Islanders back then?
No, I didn't go to any against the Islanders. I've been against Detroit though a couple times. I went to Game 7 in Detroit. Was it either last year or 2 years ago? I can't remember, but I love the atmosphere there. It's awesome. Obviously, they had a 3-year run And so I look like a bandwagon, even though I live near Tampa, people are calling me bandwagon, but whatever. I mean, they're so much fun to watch. That power play is ridiculous. Like,
No,
I got Cooch in fantasy. That guy last week was just single-handedly carrying my team, but we wound up losing anyway because he got sick. He got sick on Saturday. I could have used him.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. That area in Tampa where the arena is, I've been down there a couple times, right, Caleb? It's a nice area where the arena is. I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are in the area as well.
yeah, it's awesome. I love league.
What do you say about Cooch?
All those points, huh?
What'd you say about Cooch?
I'd like to see the stat on how have you seen where they talk about how much the players are skating throughout the course of a game?
Yes.
I'd like to see where Cooch is because he's got to be towards the bottom of the league, and he's putting up all these points. You'll see him like float around on the power play, then he gets it, no look past the point.
Is he kind of like an Ovi thing where he'll like just glide around and then the offensive zone, he'll just park it. And then like even on the power play, he'll just park it at the top of the near side circle and just feed one-timers?
Yes. I mean, I think Ovi is more of like a powerhouse that finds his way into the areas.
Going in and out with the connection, but we got a truck on through. We got to make do what we got here. Yeah. Noah's playing good for Tampa right now. My brother keeps talking about him. Brandon Hagel's having a good start, right?
Yeah, that trade pissed me off.
Where did he come from, Hagel?
Chicago.
Oh, there we go. Hagel was on Chicago before Tampa?
Yep.
Really? Was he on somewhere before Chicago, or was he always on Chicago?
I think it was Chicago.
Really? I don't remember him at all.
I don't remember if I believe it's Chicago. I can look it up, but I'm pretty sure it's Chicago.
He might have been. I don't remember, but he might have been on another team that I'm thinking of. That's where he came from.
Chicago traded for him or something, but he was on Chicago. That's where he like really started.
Was it Chicago? Then when did they get him?
It's only in Chicago. Yeah.
Really? Chicago. When did they get him?
I think they drafted him.
Oh no, Chicago. When did Tampa?
Actually, sorry, he was drafted by the Sabres. But he started. His first NHL game was with Chicago.
Okay, and then when did Chicago trade him?
3 years ago, I believe. It was like I don't even. I think it was like 2 firsts.
I'm sure they gave away.
It was 2 firsts, Kachuk and Taylor Radish for Hagel. It was something
2 firsts.
Yeah, we got crazy return.
Yeah,
I think it was the next year and the year after. So I think we have Tampa's first round pick this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I forget who we picked with the first. I'd have to look, but
Hagel must have been like a highly touted prospect. And
him with Bedard would be amazing. He would just grind and just feed him the puck, which he doesn't have right now. But whatever.
Is Taylor Hall still hurt? Right he's still hurt
today on his own. But
and then other than him and Seth Jones, I can't name anybody else on Chicago.
Seth Jones needs to get off that power play. I would pay any amount of money to get him off of that power play.
Actually, last game he wasn't too bad though.
Dude, they couldn't even get in the zone.
That was the best I saw him. You saw the keep at the end of the game almost.
Yeah, but the end of the game was good, but the power play was awful.
And he was buzzing a couple of shifts. That was the best I'd seen.
He's great. He's a specimen of an athlete, but it's just power play. I would rather have Korchinski there. He just like looks off the dart. I don't know. He's like Dave out there,
That trade for Seth Jones, I from the outside looking in, I was a little perplexed when they got Seth Jones and then extended him.
The trade wasn't bad for me. It was just the
contract.
Man.
Yeah, that extension for a team that was like right on the cusp of a rebuild, Yeah. And you're going to extend them just when you're getting out of the Kane and Taves contracts,
Yeah.
And they extend them. 9.5. How many more years?
I think 6.
Probably
I don't
6.
even know.
Yeah.
It's a long
maybe
time.
5. Maybe 5 because
they probably it's a long time. He's here till 30 something.
Yeah, not great. But you got the veteran guys to help Bedard out because you saw that goal the other night against Florida. We stripped the guy.
I was there.
Oh, that's perfect.
My buddy got me 7 rows from that net, so I was like 7 rows from the glass. It was unbelievable.
That's sick. Yeah, that was a nasty goal. I got him in fantasy too. He's been lighting it up as of late for me, Bedard. But I'll just go back to Caleb here. Caleb, you're the freshman here. You know, Matias was telling me off air before, he's surrounded by all the younger guys right now in the locker room. But Caleb, you're the freshman. How's your experience been so far at FAU?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, I love the people here. Honestly, coming here as a Florida resident, I wasn't sure, because most people like they like to go to school away from home. I mean, it's across the alley, so it's not too close, but it's been amazing. I mean, the games, I didn't even expect how much. I mean, the first game, how many people were there,
We had
Matthias?
like
Like that was
700. It was wild.
that was amazing. Like I was not expecting that whatsoever. So it's been awesome.
He
They
put up a
packed
hat
it
trick in his first game too.
Oh, you did? That's a great statement right there.
Yeah, it's all right.
No big, no big deal. So then, at this tournament, then Battle at the Beach, the first ever one. Did you guys going into it? Did you think it was a big deal? Because by the end of it, all over social media, I'm seeing College Hockey South constantly talking about it. Watching the videos, you guys seemed ecstatic winning that tournament. So, Caleb, how is it like getting your first taste of tournament action at FAU?
I mean, yeah, I've always loved the competition is the best in hockey, Um, as for FAU, I've heard that. I mean, the program itself has just really started getting going. Like we haven't won much in terms of trophies and things like that. So that was important to us going into that. I mean, it was an opportunity. It's not nationals yet, obviously, but it's a good stepping stone early in the season for us to get that under our belt. So I think that meant a lot for us.
And Matias, he mentions nationals there. So you've been there now 2 years in a row to nationals with FAU. Is anything that you're reiterating to the younger guys in the locker room? What did you take away from these past 2 years at the national tournament?
I mean, it's so hard to do. I mean, you got 6 games in 6 days if you really want to win it, and nationals is just different. Playoffs is different than the regular season. It's one game. It's basically one game, do or die. So anything can happen in those games, and unfortunately, we've fallen short both those years, and it's been really tough pill to swallow. But they just got to learn that, like I said, it's one game, so anything can happen. And preparation for each of those games starts before the season if they really want to win, and just to enjoy every second. I mean, I'm in grad school now, so I got an extra year, but went by so fast, and it's such a good time, and it's such a good place to play, and the team, the morale we have in the locker room, like a family, and it's really special to play. So just enjoy every second.
And that team morale and that enjoyment, is that part of the reason why? Any other factors that are chiming into what makes this team so strong? You guys are sitting right at the top of the D2 rankings right now.
Yeah, that, and we have really good coaching this year, and then we got a lot of really good players. We got a lot of freshmen that came in that are playing really well. So we're really deep. We're a really deep team. We have 5 or 6 lines that can go out there and just buzz. So that's really real good thing to have, and hopefully this will be our year.
And Caleb, what was it like getting that first taste of a FAU versus Tampa?
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome. I really enjoyed the D1 games. It was an unfortunate finish to the first one and the second one, but it was nice to go at them. I'm looking forward to. I don't think Matias. I don't think we play them again this year, do we?
No, but we have 2 other D1 teams coming up to play us, so it should be fun.
Okay, yeah. So I'm looking forward to whenever the next time we play them is.
Those Tampa games, I think those 2 games, you guys, it was like that tough loss and that tie. That's the toughest game so far for Tampa far this whole year. And one of those 2 D1 teams is Farmingdale, a team I played for. They're coming down to play you guys, I believe, that second half of the season, right? Not
Yeah,
December,
second
right?
semester. Yeah.
Yeah, I think towards closer to the end of the year. But Caleb, any transitioning period, any adjustment period going from the hockey you played all the way before college to now playing college hockey?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like always going into a season, you gotta know, you gotta be aware, going into this year, there's certain things that you have to be aware about, what teams do what. I mean, always some sort of pre-scout, I guess, and understanding what you're good at and what you're not good at in terms of what competition you're playing in, I've had years where I just for whatever reason, like the power play wasn't opening up for my team, so I had to look elsewhere, and then like the
We were doing so good. We were doing so good the past
Right.
few minutes.
We have a pretty
Caleb,
solid.
we had you for so long, and he went in and out again. I think he's trying to get in. There. Yeah, now we can. Yeah. We were doing good for a while, but then yeah, you gotta get the roommate off whatever he's doing over there. Wait,
Yeah, I know. Someone needs to boot that guy back to the lobby. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
Is he a guy? Is he someone on the hockey team or just another?
No, I did randoms because I wanted to meet new people. You know, I knew I would be around the hockey guys the whole time, so
Yeah.
I wanted to meet other people.
There you go. Yeah, a good mentality to look at it there. But before we head off, just something stupid here. Any pregame ritual, something you do before the game all the time? I know, Caleb, you got a hat trick the first game. So is there a reason because of that? You're doing something, the specific set of warm up every game?
For me, I know Matias has his little sewer. He has to like kick up the ball a certain way. Yeah. I don't have anything like that, but I like to get my mind like going. You know, I've games where I don't really focus too much on my mind. I come out with a slow start, so I like to do a couple like eye tricks and stuff like that just to get my brain moving, but nothing crazy.
And Matias, you playing a little suey ball before the game?
I just do like a couple little soccer tricks. And then I flip my stick upside down before the games. And then if I don't score in a period, I'll switch my stick. If I score, I keep it. Other than that, but it's not even like really superstitious. I can't even hear him. I just read his lips. But
Yeah. What do you say? Oh, what do you say?
something I don't know.
I said this guy's the most superstitious guy you've ever seen.
Yeah. What do you mean you flip your stick around? Like, what do you mean?
So like I'll put the blade facing up.
Okay.
And I actually started doing that because Dave Israel on our team, we played in a men's league tournament together, and I was just coming off of my ankle injury. So I was playing so bad, and he played forward and ripped it up. He had like I don't even know how many goals he had in like 4 games. He had like 15. It was something crazy. And he flips his stick. So I was like, I'll just do it. And then it just started working, and I kept with it. And I started doing the switching my stick this year. I don't know why. I don't know. It's been working, and I like it, and I'm probably going to keep doing it.
Well, I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But yeah, that's two completely polar opposites between Matias, the way you go about it before the game and the way Caleb goes about it. The flipping the stick thing. That's a new one to me. It's like, you ever hear the story? I think he still does. Crosby still wears the same jock from like,
yeah, no, that's
juniors.
crazy. That's insane.
No, he's on another level.
Yeah. And like, I'm not a serious guy before the games too. I like to be loose. I'm not like a hardo. It's not the way I am. I just, those little things I do. And other than that, like, I think I go left side first too, like left shin guard first, right shin guard second.
Oh, you're very methodical then with your pregame approach.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think about it. I just kind of just do it.
Caleb, are you doing like left skate first, right skate second? Like, or are you just putting your gear on?
Half the time I'm not even tying my skates until like my chest protector's on. So no.
Okay. Are you're a slow dresser? Like you just take your time?
Okay, yeah. See, I mean, if I guess you could consider that a superstition. I do not like to get dressed fast at all.
Yo, me and you both. When I play, I would be one of the last ones to finally get the helmet on. I would take my time in the locker room.
So I hate sitting there. I'd rather wait till, I don't know, 20 minutes left, 15 minutes left, and just put my gear on. I hate putting my gear and just sitting there.
Not a chance.
I hate it.
Yeah, I couldn't sit there like, let's say like warm-ups are in 3 minutes. I'll sit there with just my lower body on because I can't sit there. I wouldn't be able to sit there with full gear on, just waiting for the Zamboni.
Yeah, and then in between intermissions, I take my tops off. I can't sit there with it on.
Yeah, same.
Oh, you guys do that? That I would leave on because I wouldn't want to put on the sweaty gear again. If it's on me,
I love it because it's so hot, and then putting on like cold, wet gear feels good to me. So I take it off every time.
I can do it. Yeah, Caleb gave you
Feels good to you?
Yeah, man, it's like a cool down. We're in the locker room. I'm melting.
Yeah. I take my jersey off too, but I don't like the cold, wet feeling.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
That's the worst. Like, Matias, you were telling me you guys got 6 a.m. practice, so like putting on that cold. Well, you guys aren't that cold down in Florida, but like,
I mean, we have a locker room, luckily, so like all of our stuff's always dry, thankfully. But it's a little chilly in the morning. That rink's freezing, but I know it's not. Our locker room's honestly warm, so we're we got a pretty good spot there.
A nice little setup then. All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, guys. I think we touched pretty much everything. I think we went down the line there. So I appreciate you guys hopping on the podcast, one of the more enjoyable ones. So congratulations on the good start to the season. You guys are ranked number 1 in Division 2. Congratulations on winning the Battle of the Beach tournament. And I guess good luck the rest of the way, Matias and Caleb.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me.
No problem, guys. Caleb, we almost made it with the connection. All we had to do was say like goodbye, and we were almost there. And he got
an iconic way to end there with no Wi-Fi.
Exactly. Yep. We'll end it the way we started it. No Wi-Fi. No.
At least his Wi-Fi is consistently bad.
Yeah. We'll take consistency in the worst way. So alongside Caleb, Matias, my name is Jordan DeLuciano for the AAU Overtime Podcast. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you all next time.